That's one way to get it started. Well, good morning, everybody. It is the first day that I am going waterfowling since getting back to Colorado. So this is exciting for me. Gosh, it's coming up. We're just a couple days shy of Halloween. So been carving pumpkins with the kiddos and enjoying the leaves turning colors and all the good stuff that comes with fall. But the one thing we haven't gotten to enjoy is some cold weather. I think the coolest temperature that we've had in the past, since I got home from Alaska about 3 weeks ago, I think the coolest temperatures we've had have been in the upper 30s, maybe 39, 38. And that didn't last very long. We're kind of in that phase where you wake up in the morning and it feels kind of nice to wear some long sleeves, but by 9 o'clock, about the time the sun comes up, you feel crazy for actually wearing long sleeves, and gets up to be a daytime high of around 70 degrees. So really looking forward to this one. It'll be a small little slough, and I am really excited about it. For those of you who know me, you know that small water mallards are pretty much the best thing that I can dream of when it comes to waterfowling. And there's a nice setup. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of ducks, but just enough for me to go out by myself and hopefully get a little bit of action. So we'll go out. I'm probably going to be wearing a ghillie suit. My plan is to set up under a small Russian olive tree that's out there, and it's the only thing in the middle of this pasture. So I feel confident that if I can get out there, I can get a good hide, I can get some good quality, intimate shots like I am really passionate about. You know, I just recently got this channel started, and I hope everybody's enjoying it so far. I'm really enjoying making it, and while I've been around the hunting industry for a long time and got into doing this kind of stuff, I mean, heck, I started contest calling when I was 12, and that really is what opened the door to all of this. Man, I feel like the more I do, the more awesome people I meet, and the more great experiences I get to have. And it's not just about making videos. You know, I do enjoy doing that, and a lot of it is to be able to share these with my kids, and they love watching videos and feeling like they're part of it, especially since they're so young. But it's really introduced me to a lot of great people, and that's something that I'm extremely grateful for. Well, just getting out here, just came through the gate, and man, already 50 degrees. So not gonna be too chilly. I think I'm just gonna wear this little shin underlayer, a vest, and I'll wear my ghillie suit. Doesn't look like the tree is very big. So I'm out of here. I'll have a real short walk over to where I'm gonna actually set up, but should be all right. As long as something decides to fly, I think it's gonna go well. We'll just kind of have to feel that part out, but planning on setting out a dozen decoys. I've got a Duck Creek Duckworks flashback in the black duck. Nice contrast on it, real dark body, but a nice bright white tail. Gives us some great action, and I think that's going to be key today. Because this little slough, it's, I don't know, maybe 5 yards wide. And it just kind of meanders through this pasture. So the visibility's good, but these birds have been using this one particular spot, and I think that, you know, I might not even set out the full dozen. I might just throw 4 or 5 decoys out there with a flashback, have some good ripples, and have something real simple, real lifelike. And, you know, I am where they're wanting to sit, and there's not many ducks. I think it's only about 15 or 20 mallards, but this time of year, you know, being so early and having it been so mild, I would say the odds are very good that those 15 or 20 ducks are not coming all at once. So if they do, that'd be super cool. Still enjoyable, but I think there's going to be a good chance of them coming just spread out enough and trickling just slowly enough that I'll be able to have an opportunity to get my 5 mallards, and we'll see if there's a bonus duck. But again, going to be super simple. 1 duck call today, nothing too fancy, and yeah, that's about it. All right, not a whole lot to worry about today. Dozen decoys, Oh, the good old ghillie suit. Alright, bring out the old 28 gauge. That'll be good. I think that's all I'm gonna need to stay warm. Just the vest, blind bag, a couple shells, call. That'll about do it. All we're gonna need in this puppy today, Shin Slew boots. Just a hip boot, but they're really nice. I like the elastic here. I wear hip boots every day flying in Alaska, so I'm pretty familiar and pretty particular about them. But I'm excited to put these to use for the first time and see how they go. As usual, these Shin boots are as good as it gets. I'm just excited to see how comfortable they are and how well they stay up. Pro tip, nothing like ankle gaiters, just simple neoprene, but these things are an absolute game changer as far as staying comfortable, putting on hip boots, waders, whatever you're going to do, especially if you're not wearing something along the lines of sweatpants with a tight ankle or something like that. You can see that there, not very wide. There's a few ducks sitting on there. There you go. Go, get out of there. You know, some people really like having ducks in here when they walk in. I don't. I want to be here where they're trying to get in for the first time. So here's my hide. Basically, I need to figure out how best to hide myself. I'm going to lean up against the base of it. I need to get some stuff kind of gathered around me just to help break up the outline, even in a ghillie. And, fun fact, I totally forgot to swap out my choke. So I have a turkey choke today, which I'm shooting TSS, which is fine. Good through an extra full, but I am probably going to swing and miss a time or two. Look at this. That's going to be all right. That is all of about 15 yards. So, hope they do it right, and I hope I don't miss. The fun part with some of these sloughs is they might not be deep, but they're also quite likely not very firm. That'd be close enough. Oh, that's nice. It feels so good to do this. Man, the couple groups that have come, there were more than I expected to see right off the bat, probably 10 or 12 in, you know, small groups they were working in, but boy, they see it, they know it's home, and they're playing nicely. So 2 down so far, 3 shots, missed 1 shot through the tree, but pretty nice. And they're trying to kind of move around all over the place, so I'm taking the shots that they give me, which have been 10 yards straight over the top. Let's be honest, who's gonna pass up a shot that close right over the top? Not me. That's my favorite. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Nothing like a Scotch double to get your season started off right. Wow. This is fun. Oh, this feels nice. Beautiful. Nothing like that. So here's the hide. Here's where they're falling. I'll take that. That's tough to beat. And that, along with the other one in the water over here, is gonna do it for my Mallards. Ooh, buddy. Not an ugly setup. Nice south wind. Absolutely perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. Man. Tell you what, I really love my job flying up in Alaska and being around fishing all the time. It's easy to kind of lose the luster when it comes to thinking about getting up early and going and getting cold, but tell you what, I woke up with my 3.5-month-old son when he woke up this morning, and I was pumped to get out here and get to do this. So this has been absolutely awesome. That is the perfect cap to my mallard limit. It's pretty early. Tell you what, watching these ducks work like that, this has been a lot of fun. That 28 gauge, chapstick of death, I'll call it, man, it's mean. And it feels so good. Nice light gun. Don't get caught up in all the hype of big guns. They're overrated. Another one of my favorite things to do, especially once I've gotten my Mallards, especially early, get this guy out. See if I can't get a couple pictures, Mallards. If something else shows up, then maybe we'll decide to round out a limit. But we got a single Mallard coming now. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching that half as much as I enjoyed making it. Talk about an awesome morning, getting some great close decoying action. Got to use a 28 gauge. Everything was plenty close for that, and then some. Even had that Scotch double in there, which is always fun. But yeah, nice limit of Mallards. Did get one hand there in the dark, but she's gonna taste great too. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, drop a comment down below, and subscribe and turn on your alerts so you don't miss any more videos like this in the future. Until next time, thanks for watching and God bless. I was 3/4 the way back to the truck. Had everything pretty well set up, but left a shell in just in case in the magazine. And wouldn't you know it, looked down the slough and found myself a little friend. So we topped off that beautiful limit of Mallards with a gorgeous, gorgeous Drake wood duck, just prime. And one of the nicest things about shooting this Apex TSS is that with that super small shot size, in this case I think these are 8s, they do not tear them up at all. And you saw I'm using that turkey choke, still extra full. I squared him up pretty well, and it didn't even mess him up. So you want to make a taxidermist happy, bring him a beautiful bird that's got a bunch of TSS in it. You look at the colors on this thing, and it's pretty difficult to believe that this just happened. You tell me God isn't an artist. I'll show you one of these. I think that's about all the proof you need right there. Thank you, Lord. One of my favorite things to do, in between flocks, especially on a day like today where it's just stunning. I love to pull up my Bible app and read a couple verses. One of the things that, if you haven't figured out already, you're going to if you keep watching my channel, it's that my faith is very important to me. And it wasn't when I was younger, as with a lot of people, but the older I grow and the more time I spend out here, the more obvious it is to me that there's a creator and that he loves us and that he is love. And I was reading today in Genesis 33, and it's I think it was verses 1 through 11. Basically, it's where Jacob returns home to meet his brother Esau, and he comes, bearing all these gifts, and his brother, insists, no, I don't need them. But Jacob insists again that his brother take these gifts, for God has given generously to him, and he accepts, and it's a good step in their relationship. Anyway, it just kind of got me thinking, and something that I feel like is worth talking about is that, honestly, there aren't many of us out here that hunt because we have to, right? I mean, yes, we're driven to, we have the instinct, and we feel compelled to hunt, but for most of us, if we can afford decoys, if we can afford gas to go scouting, if we can afford shotguns and shells and all that, we're not starving. It's something to keep in mind that if we have enough to give these things to ourselves, we need to remember other people and that others are in need too. And if you have the opportunity to help, whether it's financially, by donating meat, heck, by inviting someone along on a hunt, lend some gear out if you can spare it for a few days. That's something that I feel like, God has blessed us with the financial means and the skill set to be able to go out and be fairly decent waterfowl hunters. Something that is very important to me is sharing that gift, because something tells me that the Almighty didn't just give us that stuff so I could go out and have a really good time and enjoy my Monday morning or whatever. It's about sharing relationship and growing in fellowship. And for those of you who feel like I do, in that the outdoors is probably the best way to introduce people to God and evangelize through the outdoors, then a simple invitation goes a long way. If you're trying to show people what the heart of a Christian looks like, if you're not going duck hunting for a while and a guy needs some decoys, lend him your decoys. Or if you are going duck hunting, you got enough decoys that you're probably not going to need everything that you have. Be generous, be giving, share those gifts that God has given you. And I promise they will see the light of God through your actions. And especially in today's day and age where we've got people who are often very hypocritical in their faith. There's a lot of people who feel jaded towards Christians and Christianity in general, and they don't understand that man is flawed too. So take every opportunity you have to share God's light, and be generous. Be grateful for what he's given you, and share that with others, whether it's a skill set, whether it's material possessions. If you can give financially to churches or directly to other people who can help and are actually trying to firsthand go and do some work to help the needy, be charitable to others, take the opportunity you have, because it may not be here, and you never know what you're going to do today that could affect someone's life in a way that brings them to Christ. And that's something that never take for granted. You may not see it. It's not very often you get to plant that seed and see it sprout, but it doesn't take much. One action in your day could change someone's life forever.